Copyright notice. 50 Kids Bedtime Stories, Volume 6. Copyright Footer Buenaventura. All rights reserved.
The Sleepy Giraffe and the Floating Islands. Once upon a time, in a lush, green savanna, there lived a sleepy giraffe named Gemma. Gemma was the tallest of all the animals, with long legs and a graceful neck that reached the treetops. However, Gemma had one little problem: she loved to sleep. Every day, after munching on leaves, she would find a cozy spot beneath a shady acacia tree and doze off. Her friends Zara the zebra, Leo the lion, and Ellie the elephant often played nearby, but they knew better than to disturb Gemma's peaceful naps. One bright morning, as Gemma stretched and yawned, she noticed something peculiar in the sky. "What's that?" she wondered, tilting her head. Floating high above the savanna were islands, drifting on fluffy white cloud. Each island was different, covered in sparkling flowers and lush greenery. Gemma's heart fluttered with curiosity. "I must see those islands," she declared, her eyes sparkling. With a determined smile, she decided to embark on a little adventure. However, being a tall giraffe, she soon realized that reaching the islands was a bit tricky. As she wandered closer to the hills, she spotted Ellie the elephant. "Ellie, can you help me reach those floating islands?" Gemma asked excitedly. "Of course, Gemma," Ellie replied, her big ears flapping with enthusiasm. "I can help you climb to the top of the tallest hill." Together, they trekked across the savanna, reaching the highest hill. Gemma stretched her neck as far as she could but still couldn't touch the floating islands. Just then, Zara the zebra trotted up, hearing their chatter. "What's going on?" she asked. "I want to reach those islands," Gemma explained, pointing to the dreamy clouds. "Why don't we try jumping?" suggested Leo, who had just arrived. "We can all jump together." They all agreed and lined up at the edge of the hill. With a great big breath, they counted together. 1, 2, 3, and they jumped. But instead of soaring into the sky, they landed with a soft thud back on the grass. They laughed and giggled, shaking off the dust. "That didn't work," Gemma sighed, feeling a little sleepy again. Just then, a gentle breeze blew across the savanna. The flowers on the floating islands began to sway, and Gemma had an idea. "What if I take a nap right here? Maybe the wind will lift me up in my dreams." Her friends nodded, understanding that Gemma's dreams might take her on a magical journey. So, Gemma lay down, closed her eyes, and began to dream. As she drifted off, the soft wind caressed her, and suddenly, in her dream, she felt herself floating upward. Up she went, through the clouds, right onto one of the floating islands. There, colorful flowers danced around her, and friendly birds chirped sweet melodies. Gemma realized that her sleepy heart had taken her to a place of magic. When Gemma finally woke up, she found herself back on the hill, surrounded by her friends. "Did you see it?" she exclaimed, her eyes wide with wonder. "I visited the floating islands in my dream." Her friends cheered, and even though they couldn't reach the islands together, Gemma knew that sometimes, the best adventures could happen right in your imagination. From that day on, whenever Gemma felt sleepy, she would smile, knowing that the floating islands and their magic were always just a dream away.
50 Kids Bedtime Stories, Volume 6, Fantastical Journeys to Fill Your Dreams. Spark your child's imagination with our collection of captivating bedtime stories, crafted to inspire wonder and creativity. Each tale is filled with adventure, valuable life lessons, and heartwarming characters that will soothe them into a peaceful sleep. Perfect for nightly bonding, these stories encourage kindness, curiosity, and sweet dreams, making bedtime a magical experience every night.